Hey there, Coaster fans. You can get your official Coastin With Quayz merch over at redbubble.com. Click the link in the description to get your merch today. Now, on with the vlog.
What's up, everybody? This is Mark, aka Quayz, and today I am coming at you from Six Flags New England. The last time I was in this park was, I believe, 2022, so I'm excited to get back in. I really want to get some rides on Wicked Cyclone and Superman the Ride, as well as get a couple of credits that I didn't get last time, so we got to get through security and get into the park. Alright, I'm here at like 10:30 in the morning. The park opens at 11, so I've made it through the gate. I'm assuming that as I get further up into the park, there's going to be kind of like a rope dropping type of thing, but it is a Saturday, so I wanted to make sure I got here super early so that I could get on as much as possible. In my opinion, this is actually one of the nicer Six Flags parks as far as upkeep and that type of thing. There's a really nice kind of Main Street area as you walk down the main ramp right up to where the Thunderbolt wooden roller coaster is. Alright, right down here by the Looney Tunes Emporium, this is where they're holding everyone until just about 11 o'clock. There are less people down here by the Crack Axle Canyon area than the rest of the other roped off zones, so I think I'm going to begin here. I'm sure everyone here is trying to get to Wicked Cyclone, but I'll get down here, see what I can get on, and if the waits are too long, maybe I'll head somewhere else to the back of the park or hit some roller coasters that aren't as popular. I was going to try to get on Wicked Cyclone first thing because I saw that it was running, but when I got off to it, it stopped running. So I'm going to make my way somewhere else. I might try Superman. I know that ride is not too far from the entrance, so it might have a long wait, but we'll see what we can get on. I knew it was going to be busy today, but I just waited over an hour for my first ride of the day, which is Superman the Ride. Now, if there is a ride that's going to be an hour wait, it's understandable that this one is the one that it is. It's a really good Intamin hyper coaster. The first half of the ride is all about bigger airtime hills, whereas the second half of the ride is about tighter turns. It's not quite as intense on that second half as I remember it being, but that could just be because I've been on Intimidator 305 now, and that ride's insane. Great ride, but with an hour wait, it'll probably be a one and done for me today. If you come to this park, you gotta get on it, but I would recommend that you come during the week. If you do, you could probably get on this ride 4 or 5 times without much of a station wait, if that. Also, if you heard that little squeak and it sounded like a ferret, that's the Supergirl ride over here. I don't know why it makes that noise, but every time I hear it, it freaks me out. Now we are talking. Second ride of the day, Wicked Cyclone. That's the best ride in this park. I absolutely love this ride. I think it's, or I don't think it is, I know it is my favorite RMC. Mind you, I've only been on 3, but this ride is balanced so well. The airtime, the inversions, the lateral forces. I also really love that this ride spends probably about half of it just kind of weaving through its structure. So I got 2 rides on it. I had to wait quite a bit, about an hour each time, but it was well worth it because that ride is awesome. We'll see, maybe later on in the day, if the line does lessen, I might come back and get a 3rd ride on it. Well, Flashback is not running right now. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it wasn't running all day. You know, the last time that I was here, this ride was not running either. So, we'll see. At some point, maybe today it will be, so I can finally get this credit. If you would have told me that my first new credit of the day was going to be the Great Chase, I would have said, you better believe that's going to be my first new credit of the day. If I'm being totally honest with you, I kind of passed it by chance. I didn't even realize it was here, so I got on it. For a super kiddie coaster, it's actually got some pretty good forces. I was getting thrown laterally to the left and the right, so not bad. If that was my first coaster as a kid, that would get me pretty excited. Alright, I was in line for the Gotham City Gauntlet, waited about 30 to 40 minutes, and it started raining, and then it went down for weather. So, I just stopped into the Superman the Ride gift shop here, and I'm checking out some stuff. There's some cool stuff in here, but I'm going to wait out the rain a little bit because when I was at King's Dominion, I got drenched, and that's one of my least favorite things to do, be it an amusement park while I'm soaking wet. It looks like they have the Superman the Ride Nano Coaster. One of these days I'm actually going to get one of these things. This one's pretty cool. I don't see a price on it, but they're usually around $40. So I'll have to figure out which one I would like to get. I am not a Superman fan, but I dig this hat. And it's only 20 bucks. More hats here, Batman and Deathstroke. I'm not a huge DC superheroes fan, and I really don't know much about Deathstroke, but this hat is sick. So I had to do a little bit of strategic sharking around the Gotham City Gauntlet, but right when the rain stopped and they started testing, I got right on that thing, first car. That's a pretty intense wild mouse, if I'm going to be totally honest. It was throwing me all over the place. So kind of crazy. Also, one question I kind of want to ask, why does this park have 2 wild mouse coasters? I know Pandemonium is a spinning coaster, but it's essentially a glorified wild mouse. So it's a little bit weird that they decided to put 2 of the same thing in instead of something a little bit different. I think I have decided that today I am not going to get any more credits. I'm over here at Riddler's Revenge, and that has like a over an hour wait. Now, I have actually been on that coaster, so I'm not going to go on that. The only 2 credits I still need are Joker and Flashback. Flashback is closed for the day. They're not opening it. Joker, the SNS 40 free spin, has well over an hour wait, and I don't feel the need to get on that today. I could always get that credit at a different point in time. So I think I'm going to try to get on the Dark Knight coaster and maybe Superman, and then we'll call it a day. Well, guys, I did not get on a single ride down here in the Gotham City part of Six Flags New England. The lines today were just way too busy. I tried to get in line for Batman the Dark Knight, and it was a 2-hour wait. So then the app said, all right, the Joker is only 30 minutes, but I got in line for 30 minutes, and I moved like 10 feet. So I said, you know what, I think I'm going to call it a day. Normally I wouldn't come here on a Saturday, especially this part of the summer. But it was the only day that I could get here while I was up in New England. So I did. But the day wasn't a total waste. I got 2 rides on Wicked Cyclone and a ride on Superman. And I got to use my season pass. So all in all, that's pretty good. So I'm going to call it a day. But until next time, everybody, keep on coasting.